Throughout the 1970s and 80s, Ethiopia was known as the most persistently famine-prone country in the world, but since the change of government in 1991, life has improved due to a substantial increase in agricultural production. Ethiopia is also unique among African countries for never having been colonised in the great European scramble for Africa of the 19th and 20th centuries, even though the Italians invaded Ethiopia in 1935 and occupied the country for 4 years under Mussolini. Ethiopia has a population of around 60 million people. Some of the ethnic groups that inhabit the southwest, such as the Mercy lip stretchers and Karo body painters, are amongst the most fascinating tribes on the African continent. Ethiopia also has a very different calendar. They are currently in the year 1999, which means that when in Ethiopia, Didier is only 43 years old. The first day of their year is September 11. Sound familiar? Christmas is celebrated on the 7th of January, and even time is different in Ethiopia. When it's 6 AM for the rest of us, it's midnight for them. So when they tell you that the bank opens at 2 AM, it means 8 AM for us. Very confusing. Ethiopia is a favourite country of Didier's. He loves its culture, its traditions and different ways of life. But it's a very difficult country to visit, especially as an individual traveller. Ethiopians are very demanding and in general not very friendly. The you give me your money welcome is very tiring, distressing, infuriating and demoralising. It's in your face, around the clock, anywhere, anytime. And the roads are not great either. Only a few are sealed. Many rivers don't have bridges, a problem in the rainy season.
Yes, so I am at Downmarket. I just want to tell you a few things about the Ethiopian. See, a waiter, an average wage for a waiter is about 50 US cents a day. And they have to work 7 days a week. But for 50 cents is nothing. I mean, in the morning, when I have breakfast, I have some eggs with bread, and that cost me 50 cents. So you can imagine those people, to survive on 50 cents a day it's very hard, I am at the at the animal market at the moment, and a cow, an average cow, I mean, the most expensive cow is about $100. You can get a cheap one for $50, but for them it's very expensive. Also, today is a market. There is some people you can see they carry wood on their back. Some ladies, they've got a bunch of wood to sell. They walk about 30 kilometers to get to the market, and the wood they're going to sell is probably it's worth about about 50 cents US dollars. So, and with that they will buy a few vegetables and walk 30 kilometers back to their village. This is very tough living, it's very hard, yeah. So welcome to the Awassa market. Tomorrow is Christmas Day, so obviously everybody is here to do their shopping. But at this market you can find just about anything. You can see at the back there they are selling wood. Here you can see some sugar cane. And let's have a look. Let's have a look this way. Excuse me. Some citrus here. There are some kind of citrus. Yeah. And of course we're getting already a big attention of people. Also they have charcoal, wood. Come along this way, let's have a look. Everybody's following us. It's actually quite a big market. Further, actually this way, behind the fence here, they have all the cattle and the sheep and the goats. I've got a lady here trying to get into the code. Yeah, and also they have all the vegetables this way. Mostly, well, we probably can't see it. It's probably more this way. Wheelbarrow. Check out the wheelbarrow. They're all handmade. No, they're all made with piece of wood, but they're very cleverly made. And the only steel bit is a wheel. But they're all identical, and they're all handmade, but they're all identical. Excuse me. Come along this way. I think. So it's okay. We have some cattle here at the back. Some donkeys. This is a donkeys group here. All the donkeys are parked here. Yeah. Here's some vegetable. Oh no, some fruit here now. Yes. Some bananas. They're all kind of different bananas. There's some cooking bananas and obviously some sweet bananas. Some garlic at the back there, maybe you can see them, the garlic and the onions. What do you think of the market? Is that a good market or what? Is it a good market? Oh well, does that say it all? There's some of the clothes everywhere again. There's probably the men department store there, yes. Seems to be more like for the men's. There's so many people around us, it's not funny. The tobacco maker is going to show us how to make a cigarette. So he's going to use some tobacco, put the tobacco in the middle. And he's going to put the papers, roll the cigarette, little bit of glue, look at that, and there you have a cigarette, and he's making all of them here, yeah, and that's all the tobacco. Hello. Can you have a look at his watch? He's got a beautiful fancy watch he has got on here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, that lady is making injera. Injera is Ethiopian bread. They eat it with everything. It's made of teff. It's a cereal only found in Ethiopia. And usually they have it with a stew meat or vegetable, but every time, every restaurant you go, this is what they eat. Injera everywhere. So this is washing the coffee for the coffee ceremony.
Coffee ceremony.
And it's Elizabeth who's making the coffee today. Okay, so the washing, because what's going to happen next, we're going to roast the coffee.
Yeah.
And yes, and the cups are ready. Yes, everything is ready. So now we are roasting the coffee on the charcoal. Charcoal.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth is getting hot next to the charcoal.
So we quickly wash the cap, nice and clean. And you can see there is green grass on the floor. This is always, yes. So now the coffee is scratch. Scratch. Very hard work to make it very fine. It's hard work, huh? Yeah. And also the water is getting hot now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are very organized here.
Yeah.
Okay, now the coffee is ready. So we're pouring the caps. Okay, so now let's try the cup of coffee. And we have to drink 3 of them. Let's see. Very nice, yes. Yeah, so it's important you have 3 cups. That's for good luck, yes. And my friend Elizabeth here, she would like to go to Australia. So we might get married. Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
So tell me, how many children do you want to have?
What?
Is it children? How many children? If we get married, we have to have children.
As you like.
3 or 2.
3 or 2, that's a good number. Okay, well, I'm just going to drink coffee and think about it, but you know, that's very nice.
Okay.
So yes, so we've decided to get married, and that will be in April, and we'll have a big ceremony. Big ceremony in Barda or in Australia?
Australia.
In Australia. So I will let you know how that goes. Okay, bye.
L'effet que ça fait de te voir rouler ainsi des yeux et des hanches. Si tu fais comme le café, rien qu'à m'énerver, rien qu'à m'exciter. Ce soir la nuit sera blanche.
Hello from Addis Ababa. Today is a Timkat festival, a very big religious festival with Christian Orthodox. As you can see, there is thousands of people that came to the festival. It's over Ethiopia, but I think in Addis is one of the biggest, obviously, where a lot of people. It's very colorful and lots of things going on. They spray a lot of water. It's supposed to be holy water, and that's why the people get very close to it.